Sometimes some bags are just stinky forever and I can't deal with that. Honestly, if I had kind of seen the condition of this, I probably wouldn't have bought it. The smell is actually gone now. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you haven't already, please click subscribe on my subscribe button. Thank you. I wanted to talk about today deal breakers when it comes to shopping pre-loved. Now, I have bought a lot of pre-loved designer pieces over the years, and sometimes I've either bought them online or, you know, on Facebook or something, and when it's arrived, I've been a little disappointed by little things, and they've been kind of deal breakers that have made me not like the piece. And I just wanted to go through today gross things pre-loved bags can have that are just not, you know, that good. And I got inspired to make this video because I was watching Minnie from Minx for All, and she was sharing some new pieces that she picked up, and she shared her wallet that was like a kiss lock purse attached to the wallet. It was really cute, and she said that one of her pet peeves is the residue that coins leave in purses. And so that brings me to my first point. Any coin residue in SLGs is really gross, and it is a bit of a turn off for me as well. Now, this can be easily cleaned up and restored, but when I buy a designer wallet, I'm not gonna lie guys, I sometimes am hesitant to put in coins because they leave this really gross residue. And you know, coins are really dirty. Like, money is super dirty. Like, they've been passed around from person to person. They're probably covered in like crap, and you're putting that all in the inside of your beautiful luxury wallet. I know that's just like something about like buying luxury. Sometimes I'm like, ew, like why would I buy something nice to put my coins in? Like, wouldn't you want to buy like a really crap coin purse? And I think Minnie said that, you know, with her designer pieces, she doesn't usually put coins in. She uses like a separate pouch for that. And I recently bought a Bastia coin pouch, and I'm not sure if I'll use it to put coins in. I don't tend to carry coins around these days anyways, ever since COVID. But yes, coin residue is a bit gross, right? Really gross vachetta. So with Louis Vuitton, they're famous for their brown monogram with vachetta combination. And you can pick up a Speedy for really good deals, particularly if it has like the gross vachetta look. So sometimes handles, they just discolor in a way that is like almost black. And I used to have, I've actually owned the Cherry Speedy twice from Louis Vuitton. And of course you have to buy that pre-loved because they don't make the Cherry Speedy anymore. And the first one I purchased, the handle was discolored in a way that I wasn't that fond of. It was like some of the parts were kind of really dark brown, and I tried to like kind of clean it and condition it and then kind of dried it out a bit, and it was just a thing that I was kind of grossed out by, like the discoloration on the handles, and particularly when the discoloration is like almost black, it just looks really dingy. And that is a thing that I'm not like loving on pre-loved pieces, even on like, you know, Birkin bags or anything with the top handle. When it's all like yucky, it puts me off completely. And this can be caused by hand cream. It can be caused also from hand sanitizer. And yeah, it's just a bit of a deal breaker for me. Now, I know you can replace the vachetta at a cost, and I can't be bothered doing that. If I was going to buy a Speedy, I don't know if I could be bothered to replace the whole vachetta leather, whatever. I know that, you know, it's an option, but yeah, to me that's a bit of a deal breaker. I bought this pre-loved piece. It's a Claris GM from Hermes, and honestly, if I had kind of seen the condition of this, I probably wouldn't have bought it myself, just because it has a bit of discoloration. It has a few pop stitches as well, which I'm not a fan of, but I am going to use it and enjoy it. I've got my cosmetics products in here today, and I just glammed it up a bit with these little Hello Kitty charms, which actually my friend bought from Hong Kong, and they're actually old school ones. I think these ones are from like 2000 and it should say actually 2003. This one's from 2003. It's giving me like real Polly Pocket vibes. How cute is that? So I've put that on there. And then this one I think is also from a similar time, 2004. Yeah, 2004, this little one here. And then this piece I think is from 2006. So it is giving me nostalgic vibes. So in a way I do love it. But yeah, it's not in the best condition. When I'm shopping pre-loved, there are things which I'll accept. Scratches, sagging, even scratches on hardware. But yeah, there's some things that I'm like, nah, I can't with that. Like, that is just crossing a line. And also I just want to show you guys another thing that one of my friends gave. I'm very generous friends, but one of my other friends gifted me this Hello Kitty. It's a Hawaii limited edition. Oh my gosh, how cute, right? And she has a little bikini top and rainbow. And this one you can only buy in Hawaii, but there's actually a store in Melbourne in the city, and they sell a lot of like Disney toys and like stuff you can only get in Japan or Hong Kong. So I want to go there today actually to check it out, because that's where she got this, but I just love it. Anyways, I know some of you guys are into that stuff too, so I just wanted to show you guys. Another thing that is a deal breaker for me was shopping pre-loved, which can be hard to tell unless you have the piece physically, is smell. Musty smell, oh, don't get me started. If it smells like mothballs, it's a no-go for me. That is gross. I also not a huge fan of like perfume scent or just gross smell like from mold or something. That is yuck. And actually my Fendi Baby Spy had a really strong perfume smell when I got it. I picked this up from UK eBay actually, and it was a really good deal. I think I only paid like 300 USD. I can't remember. It was a pretty good deal anyway. I think it was around 500 Australian dollars, maybe less, maybe 400. Anyways, so it had a bit of a smell, but the smell is actually gone now. What I did was I put, I got like tissue paper, and then I put bicarb in there, and then I put little hair ties on it, and I tried to absorb the smell with that, and then I put newspaper in there, and apparently like the carbon in the newspaper absorbs the smell, and I just keep like stuffing it and then deleting the newspaper, then putting more in there, then getting rid of it, and eventually over time, because I don't really put it near my other bags, I like ventilate it in another area. Eventually over time I think the smell has just gone away, but sometimes some bags are just stinky forever and I can't deal with that. So if I get a stinky bag and I can't delete the smell, it's a no-go for me. I have to get rid of it. That is definitely a deal breaker. Another thing that I thought of the other day, you know how it was like trendy recently to wear like armpit bags, like bags that literally go under your armpit? Do you guys think that sometimes on the pre-love market, like Fendi Baguettes and all that, people who wear them right up to your armpit, you're going to see some like sweat marks on it? Do you think that's the case? Because I never really paid attention to that. But if I would really be turned off buying a bag if I noticed it was like weird discoloration on the front, especially if it was like an armpit bag, because it's probably caused by like armpit sweat, which is really gross. And sometimes I bought bags on the pre-love market, and this really turns me off the bag too. Sometimes when you're buying a bag pre-loved, for some reason people leave their like tampons and pads in there, like not used ones, but just stuff that they've kept in their bag, like they'll keep it in a secret compartment. And there's been a few times where I've been like, oh, I got a surprise and I found like a tampon or something, and I'm like, it kind of is just like, you know that people carry them and stuff, and it's like not that gross really, but it's just kind of like, it doesn't really feel like my bag anymore, because I know some other girl was like carrying it to the toilet and whatever, which, you know, it's like you already know that they're going to do that, but it's just turned you off the bag a little bit. It's not that bad, to be honest, but what's worse is when you find like, if you buy something pre-loved, like even I bought pre-loved jackets in the past, and you find like dirty tissues in the pocket, that is even worse. Like if I found that in a bag, I'd be like, I need to full disinfect this whole bag. That is gross. And that's the thing with buying pre-loved. Sometimes it can be quite dirty, and like you don't know where that thing has been. So I get why some people can't shop pre-loved, because yeah, you're literally like buying something from someone who could not be that clean, or just not that mindful of their hygiene, and just leaving their dirty tissues everywhere. So yeah, I get it. And particularly with like something that is like, you know, over 20 years old or whatever, you don't know where this thing has been. Like, you know, I'm just like, whatever. But it's just like, if you just don't know about, like in my head, I'm like, I just cleaned it up. I'm just going to use it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, but stuff like that, it does make me think, right? Do I really want to buy pre-loved? I see a huge reason why you wouldn't want to shop pre-loved. Now thinking about where have these pre-loved bags been, especially when they're vintage. Pen and makeup is the final thing that I think can be a deal breaker. I mean, back in the day, I think people were not as precious with their designer bags, and they would just chuck pens in their bags, and particularly with like old Louis Vuitton bags, old Chanel bags, sometimes there's just like pen in there. And I don't know, I think these days people are a little bit more scared to put pens in their bags because these bags are expensive and it's very easy for a pen to leak. But that is a little bit of a deal breaker sometimes because pen is very hard to get out of bags, like it's almost near impossible. I think you can do it, but yeah, it just depends. And then, you know, lipstick stains, foundation, glitter even. You know, I have seen it pre-loved as well with especially like wallet on chains or like bags you take to the club. They might have like self-tanner on there, glitter, and that is a real deal breaker for me. And I've seen that a lot on the pre-loved market, just stuff is like trash and it's covered in makeup, and that is a bit gross. So yeah, I would say before selling on your bag, clean it out, get rid of all the glitter, get rid of like anything that you can. Pen marks, pretty hard to get rid of, but yeah, I would say before like selling on your bag, just clean it up for the next owner. Anyways, thanks for listening to my blogging video today. Let me know, have you had any pre-loved nightmares? You've bought something that has been really gross? Let me know, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!